Oh, hey! I'm doing a little bit of craft room cleanup where I try to eat some yarn. I've decided to make a cozy granny square cardigan. Do I have high hopes for this cardigan? No. Why, you might ask? Because I'm using Red Heart yarn. We shall see. I have never purchased fabric softener before, but I'm wondering maybe if I soak my finished product in fabric softener, if that will help. Otherwise, we're just doing a pattern sample, and if I love it, I'll buy yarn that I actually want to use in the pattern, or I'll use yarn that I have that I like, and make the cardigan again. But we'll see. I have fall themed colors kind of picked out. I have one more. Oh, it's this skein down here. Here we go. Here's the color palette for the most part. Might find like a cream white to go in there. The pattern is called Cozy Granny Square Cardigan, and it's from myfavoritepatterns.com. I found it on Pinterest. I've had it pinned for like 8 years, so yeah. I opened up my giant, huge bucket of Red Heart yarn that I got for free. I got it for free because I think a lady died or moved into a nursing home. My mother-in-law gave it to me because of a lady who no longer could use it. And apparently there was like mice living in her craft room or something. And my mother-in-law just like picked out the yarn that she thought was good. The yarn stinks, like still stinks. I layered in like those dryer sheet type things. I've put tea bags in it. Like I've tried so many things to try to absorb the smell, and I haven't been able to do that yet. So I'm hoping that I can wash the final products and like hand wash them in the bathtub, and that will help. Maybe? I don't know. This cardigan needs, hang on, let me count. Okay, it needs 35 granny squares. It needs all of them to be standard granny square size, except the sleeves. The sleeves are actually jumbo granny squares, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows. And these are only 4 rows. So slightly bigger granny squares for the sleeves. And then it has kind of like some cuffs on both the bottom, on the tops of the sleeves, and then it has a collar on the neckline. I haven't actually clicked on the pattern. I'm just looking at pictures of it and assuming that I know how it works. They've got some pretty good pictures of how to sew it all together, so I'm not too concerned about it. And I'm also using Red Heart yarn, so I'm really not that concerned about it. If I was using like cashmere, 100% wool, some other bougie type of yarn, hand-dyed alpaca wool, I don't know. If I was using bougie yarn, I'd be more concerned, but I'm not. So, yeah. Do I want this green or this green? I think I'm going to go with this green because the yellow is more it's not gray, it's just kind of, it's cool toned, and this is more warm toned. I don't know. We'll see. I have one granny square down. I have so many more to go, and I'm watching Markiplier run a grocery store, which is tickling my entertainment spot in my noggin. Anywho, excited to get some yarn off my desk. Do I think this is going to eat all of it? Absolutely not. Do I think it's going to eat some of it? Hopefully. And if it turns out good, maybe I'll make some more cardigans for like Christmas for family members. Update time. I'm working. I did take a break and play some Supermarket Simulator. If you get Simulator Together on Steam, it's actually free. So it's not quite the same as Supermarket Simulator, which is what Markiplier played, but it is very similar and satisfied my desire to play it. So there's that. But other than that, we have been working hard. So not only did I make the 4 squares of this color, but I made the 2 really big squares that are going to be for the sleeves. So yay me! I am going to weave in all of the ends. I just have a little metal needle, and I'm just going to thread through and then cut the excess off. If that's not how you weave in your ends, you should do that. You can like go on Amazon and type in like knitting kit or whatever, and or I don't even know what they're called, but you'll see they'll come in like vials like this, and it'll be a bunch of little needles. They're not really sharp, they're thicker, and you can get long ones, you can get short ones, and they are a lifesaver for weaving in your ends. So if you're not doing that, costs maybe like $5 to $10, I would do that. And we have caked the rest of this color. Guess who just got invited to go play Fortnite with her friends? Me! I've only made 2 granny squares. Your eyes do not deceive you. One is smaller than the other. I made this one with the size 6 hook that I worked up this yarn with. And it's a lot smaller. Well, it looks a lot smaller. And I've kind of started like a little bit of a list of what I might want to use, because I do want to spend my birthday money on yarn, but I also want to buy a few things that like I'll have around forever. And I think one of those things might be a pin board. I don't have one yet. Basically for, oh, what's the word? The terminology is escaping my brain. You take the needles, you stab it into the yarn, you stretch it out so that it's consistently the same size. It's called blocking. Blocking. There we go. Ha! It was blocked in my brain. With blocking, you shouldn't worry too much because that'll fix stuff, but it did bother me a little bit, so I jumped up to a size 9. Yeah, that's right, a size 9. Was I using a size 6? Was that even really a size? Looking for my needles. Yeah, so I went from a 6 to a 9, and now the square is perfect. So I won't have to block as much, which again, not the end of the world, but it just, I think it'll be better. I'm still thinking that I'll go ahead and I'll use this square and just block it. Cause see, look, it's a little bit smaller. Not by much, but a little bit. So I'm surprised a size 9 only had that much of a difference. Who knows? Not me. Anywho, I am going to weave in the ends of these 2, and then I'm going to go downstairs, play Fortnite, crochet in between matches, crochet while I'm dead and my teammates are reviving me. big brain energy. I only have to make 2 more of these colors and then 1 really big one. Also, does this not give you koi vibes? Like if the brown was black, it would straight up be a koi fish. I forgot what the color name is. Oh, it's like copper kettle or something. It's red heart again. It's pretty. I'm not going to put these directly next to each other. Like they're going to be separated. Hopefully they don't clash. I don't know. It gives me fall vibes, so like I'm not too worried about it. But what do we think? With like, I don't know, maybe I'll get there and I'll start putting the sweater together, well, cardigan, and I'll go, oh my goodness, this vision was a horrible vision. You just never know. Like you get the yarn and you put it together and you're like, oh, these kind of look similar, and then you work it up and you're like, no. The joy of multicolored yarn. We'll see. Worst case scenario, if I'm looking at it and it doesn't look like it's a good fit, I will work up more granny squares with this one, replace these, and it'll buff. I'm not too worried about it. And then I'll use these for a different cardigan if everything works out fine. Didn't think I'd be seeing you again tonight. It's very late, but we have finished all of our copper kettle color. So we have these and these. Yeah, to be honest, we'll see how they look together as a cardigan. I'm wondering if the colors will clash. We'll see. But yeah, I figured maybe you guys would want to watch me wind up the rest of the copper kettle yarn so that we can have another cake. And then I'll just keep working. It's very late. It's like 11 p.m. I'm normally not up this late, but darling husband dear got me a very large monster and I am still feeling good. So let's go. Oh, hey! That was my dog. So, had a funeral today and was stuck in the car for like 4 hours. Do not fear, we were productive. Okay, so while in the car, I did work up all of the dark browns and I made 2. I have a third one almost done of the greens. So I need 2 more, 2.5 more of the small greens and then 1 big green square. And then I'm officially 4 out of the 6 colors done for my cardigan. Today's Sunday. So I'm gonna have to work on this in the upcoming week. Probably won't finish it until next weekend. But I made a lot of progress. Tell me if these colors look good together though. Who knows? We might get to the end of the project, realize the colors I chose don't necessarily go well together in one piece, and I might have to redo a few colors. That's fine. We're here for the long haul. I don't care. I will show you what I got at Walmart. So my mom let me borrow these size 6 needles. I bought these size 7. And I bought some double point knitting needles for socks. So these are for a wave sweater that I'm going to be making here in the short future. Not quite yet, but soon. Yeah, super duper excited. Exciting things. I'm putting them down with the yarn that's for my sweater. And then I'm so excited. Walmart introduced another Bloom Premier color. I've known that this is a color option. It's called Wildflower. I've seen it on Amazon. I've wanted to buy it. I have not seen it in Walmart until today. So I was so excited. I got enough to make a baby blanket. So I'm so excited. So this will definitely be an upcoming project. Yeah, so that's what happened. I was in the car for 4 hours. I worked on granny squares. Honestly, I've just decided and accepted that I'm not a fast crocheter because I was in the car for so long and I only made a pitiful little pile of granny squares. I only made these. I know people who could crochet just miles around me in granny square yarn. So anyway, yeah, excited. Glad that I have an update for you guys, and I'm really tired. So yeah, hope you had a good weekend. Oh, hey. Guess what was $5 at Walmart? These things have been like $10 and they were running a sale. I wanted the frog and the giraffe. Frog was still $10 and I'm not going to pay $10 for this. So yeah, I got this. We'll work it up. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited. It's red heart, by the way. And it's a little giraffe. Look how cute he is. Huh. Okay, this weekend, my friend had a baby. The baby is so cute. Her name is Lucy, and I'm so happy that she is alive. And while I was there, I made the rest of the granny squares for the cardigan. Made them all. So now I'm going to stitch everything together. And I also got some buttons. Just some plain little wooden buttons. They had like big packs of like 100 buttons, but I just don't know if I need that. So I didn't get them. I got these. And I'm happy with them. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna lay out my diagram and I'm going to start stitching the cardigan together and we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it fits. It might not, but maybe it will. We'll see. Oh hey, welcome. You're getting angry, me, right now. So I needed to pause and I was like, you know what? I'll talk about things that make my heart happy and maybe I can work through this anger and move on with my life. Okay, yesterday I took my mother on a little excursion because today is her birthday. Yay! And basically I took her to all of the yarn shops available. And I would rate Joann's first, Hobby Lobby second, Michael's last. That's how I rate them. And that's just based on the options. Now, Michael's did have a lot of books, so like that's something to consider. Joanne had the largest amount of yarn and like the largest amount of options. Yeah. Anyway, that's what I've got. So I went on a shopping spree and used the last of my birthday money to buy myself some goods. Have I worked on the thing I was supposed to be working on before I go to Colorado, which is that cardigan? Only a little. Did I buy a lot more yarn? Yes. Am I maybe going to use that yarn before I finish the cardigan? I was trying to. We'll get into it. Let's start with what I got at Michael's, okay? The only thing I got at Michael's was this book. It's very pretty. It looks very lovely. It was only like $11. It has 6 knit washcloths in it. I love to knit. I was like, I've been crocheting like a mad woman. I would like to take a little break and do some knitting. And fun fact, all of the patterns in here call for, is it Lily? Yeah, Lily Sugar and Cream yarn, which I have a lot of. And I was like, yes, we should get this. Will I make all of the washcloths out of Lily Sugar and Cream? Maybe not, but I wanted to make some. My mom, she likes washcloths. I was like, I'll get some yarn that she likes. This was supposed to be fun. And it has not been. I woke up, I've been working on this since like 8:30 in the morning. It's now 11, and I've been trying to make this washcloth. I don't even know how many hours that is because I can't do math at the moment because I'm too mad to do math. I've never done this stitch before. I Googled it. So, long story short, I'm going to retry at a different point when I don't want to kill myself. So this is what I got at Michael's. Next was Hobby Lobby. First thing we got at Hobby Lobby was I Love This Yarn in the color Moonlit Frost. This is one that kind of looks like that. It almost looks watercolory. This is all pulled out because this is what I was trying to make the washcloth with. My mom really likes blues and beige. I know, she's crazy. But I knew she'd really like those color schemes or color wave, so that's for her. I love the yarn so far. I just wish it would do what I'm trying to make it do, but that's not its fault. Probably my fault, maybe the book's fault just a little. Then I got some Yarn Bee Yarntopia in white. I've been seeing some crocheted like butterfly shawls, and I wanted white because I wanted to be able to wear it with like any kind of dress. So that's supposed to be a butterfly shawl. And then last but not least, I got some more I Love This yarn. I got a not quite like white, it's more of a cream white, and this color, Instant Classic. Ivory, an Instant Classic. And I've been seeing on Pinterest, people like knitting, ribbing, knit purling, but in the knit, they do the ivory. And then in the valleys, they do, maybe it's knit both ways and they're just changing colors. I don't know. I'll have to look at it and see, but basically like it looks white, but then when you pull the fabric, it has a rainbow because they're using a rainbow multicolor. So I really want to try that. It looks really cute. I don't know what I'll do with it, but that's why I keep getting I Love This Yarn for like my experimental things, because first I want to see if I actually like it, and then if I do like it, they're ones where like the color lots should be pretty similar. Should be. If you get kind of more of the generic sort of not hand dyed, you're more likely to get dye lots that are very similar. Not necessarily, but more. Okay, so that's what we got at Hobby Lobby. I don't know if I showed you this, but a few days ago I went to Walmart and finally picked up some of that granny square yarn because they had it on sale for $4. I couldn't justify spending $10 on Red Heart yarn. $4 I can do. I don't know how well it'll go, but the colors are super duper bright and fun. So yeah, I figured I would probably work up granny squares and then figure out what I want to go from there. Last but not least, Hobby Lobby. Not Hobby Lobby, Joann's. Got a new bag, Halloween themed. I got 3 Lily Sugar and Creams because I don't have these colors and I think they're really cute. This one's very autumny, and it's the color Sunrise Ombre. So it looks very fall-y to me, like apples. It looks like apples. This is the color Over the Rainbow, which it doesn't look like a classic rainbow. It's almost like a pastel rainbow, almost. And then Sunkissed, which is kind of close to Ahoy. It just has slightly different color. Like, it gives similar vibes as Ahoy, in my opinion. But yeah, the plan is to use those to make washcloths, but at this point, I'm so pissed at that book that we'll see when I open it again. I also got these 3 colors. This is just Karen, Simply Soft, and I wanted to make some more sunflower granny squares. These ones will be smaller because the yarn is significantly smaller, but my friend had her baby and she just recently posted a pic of the baby on the blanket and it just looks so cute. So I was like, we need more sunflowers in our lives. Scrunchies. This is Juicy Couture Luxe Velour. I have 2 sparkles, the green and the black, and then I have a dark purple that's not sparkly. I tell you the names, but I'm honestly starting to get tired, so Google it. I don't know. Sorry. Finally, I think I got this. Oh no, maybe I got this at Hobby Lobby. I think I got this at Hobby Lobby. I got a interchangeable knitting needle set. So basically they're circular needles and you can twist the tops off and change the sizes of the needles, which is great. It's not a full complete set. Like, I don't think there's a size 7 in here, which kind of stinks because most of the things I see need size 7 needles. I don't know why they wouldn't put a size 7. Well, 7mm, let me clarify. I usually use the term millimeters. I usually don't use the US size terms just because, but yeah. The book uses US sizing, so maybe that's what's wrong with it. I don't know. Super duper fun. It's not the most bougie expensive type of set, but I did not want the wooden ones. There's a lot of really pretty wooden ones, and I don't know anyone who willingly uses wooden needles. So if you use wooden needles, what's your trick? Because I hate wooden needles. Feel like it doesn't slide off the needle very easily. I don't like crocheted, and I don't like knitting wooden. I know it's supposed to be bougie, but I don't like it. Also, what if I accidentally drop it into a cup? Is it ruined? Who knows? Okay, well, I'm gonna go finish my mac and cheese that's boiling downstairs. Before I do that though, let's do an update on my cardigan. Here's the cardigan at the moment. It's all together. We don't have one cuff, but we do have another cuff. Look how cute. It's not like as tight as the original cuff, which I could have used a smaller needle, I guess. But I think it's fine. I'm okay with it. I'll try something different next time. This is the first time I've ever picked up stitches and knit on a crocheted thing, which is a little experimental to me, but I'm having great fun. That's what I'm having with this. I did cast on and I started knitting the bottom edging for the bottom of the cardigan. But I'm starting to have second doubts about that, or second thoughts. I don't know. I haven't decided what I want. I don't know. Because do I want to do just the bottom, or do I want to do a piece that's so long that it wraps all the way around the neckline to make it more congruent? Is congruent the right word? I don't think it is. Uniform, that's the word I'm looking for, because the circular needle that I used for this side has this piece on it, and I was just gonna like sew it onto the sweater. But now I'm wondering if maybe I should just take that off, do the other cuff, and then replan how I'm gonna do the middle piece. Which I'm pretty proud of myself, because I've done a really good job of taking things apart and redoing them if it's not turning out the exact way I want it to. Like this, I redid this like 8 times before it started working, and I just didn't give up because I knew that I would like this way. And it's just, you know, knit, purl, or whatever. Classic. But yeah, anyway. That's where we're at so far. I leave for Colorado this Thursday. I don't think this is getting done. Maybe I should just take a break and finish this after lunch. Maybe I should do that. Put my buttons on it. Did I film any of the rest of this progress? Probably not. I can't remember. Basically, I was doing ribbing on my piece, and I think it's this side. I lost the needles that I used to make this cuff, and a lot of the beige yarn that I was using to sew everything together. My initial plan was to do ribbing, like knit ribbing, all along the edge to really kind of cinch it in. Yeah, I lost it. I took it to work, I was working on it, and somehow it got lost. I cannot find it anywhere. I don't know anyone who would just snatch knitting needles and red heart yarn, Like someone who likes to knit would look at that and be like, that's not worth stealing. And then someone who doesn't knit probably wouldn't steal it. So who knows? Not me. But basically what I did is I had another set of needles and I started doing this cuff and they were way too big, way too big. So I took that out, took a little break, and instead of doing knit, I went ahead and single crocheted. I thought maybe I would do like this, but I didn't like how boxy that looked. So we're going for kind of a open bolero almost looking fit here. I like it a lot. I think it came out really cute, and now I have 4 wooden buttons, so this is 1. I have 3 more, so I can make 3 more without buying any new supplies. And I have a bunch of cute red heart, like multicolored yarn, so I could probably do like a green one really easily, probably a pink one. I'm thinking about making these for my sister-in-laws. I don't know if they'd like them though, but Christmas is around the corner. And this was very easy. Like after I figured out what I wanted to do and after I figured out how to knit the cuffs, honestly, that probably like was the biggest learning curve process, was learning how to take crochet into knitting. And I just watched a few YouTube tutorials and then went on with it. So yeah, but anyway, this is how it turned out. I really like it. It's really cute. I'm happy with the color combos. At first I wasn't sure if I would like them, but they turned out great and they're fine. So anyway, I'm definitely giving that one girl off of Twilight vibes, but that's just because my hair was wet and I let it air dry. And my hair naturally just kind of goes woo. Anyway, I hope that you're having a great weekend or weekday whenever this gets posted. Enjoy the fall weather, the vibes. Again, whenever this gets posted. I hope that the you right now is good and is enjoying yourself. And the future you that watches this video, I hope that you are also good and enjoying yourself. Bye.